Grosse Träume brauchen ein bisschen Support.
Es braucht gute Serviceleute, Vorbilder und einen Fanclub. Aber es braucht auch kein Rezept. Und Tüpfelscheisser, um die entscheidenden Hundertstel rauszufahren. Manchmal braucht es Überredungskünstlerinnen. Leute, die mit einer guten Einstellung an die Sache gehen und Sättig, die einen motivieren. Damit es läuft und läuft, braucht es eine gute Verbindung untereinander. Ein Technologiepartner, der alles gibt fürs Team. Und jemand, der dir sagt, go, go, go!
And a very good morning to you from here in Mürren for the opening day of the 2023 FIS Telemark World Championships. For those of you who've been looking at the programme, we've got a slight change this week. Today we'll be going with the Classic, followed by the replacement for the Junior World Championship Classic. Tomorrow we'll have the sprint. Thursday will be the parallel sprint. Friday will be a rest day for the athletes before getting the final parallel sprint underway on Saturday. As you can see, beautiful conditions here in Mürren as the course team make final preparations ahead of the ladies who will get going. Conditions in Mürren today, very bright this morning, slightly overcast now. Still, we had some colder weather last night, which will make the course somewhat firmer, which I'm sure all the athletes will favour after some particularly warm conditions in the last week or so. Just 14 women racing today in the Senior World Championships here in Mürren. 4 runners now in position, getting ready to go. For those of you not so familiar with Mürren, it's one of the prettiest, most traditional Swiss mountain villages in the region. Very popular holiday resort destination, approximately 1,600 meters above sea level. Some fantastic skiing here, 52 kilometers of ski runs, and home to the famous Inferno race, which takes place annually, originally organised by the British Kandahar Ski Club. I was very fortunate to have a go this January. It's a lot of fun. But getting back to the Telemark World Championships, looks like a bit of a problem with the lift there. So a quick recap on the Classic race. The Classic is the longest of the Telemark disciplines. Today we have 55 gates in total, set by the Swiss coach Rudi Weber, and just one run today for the athletes. For the sprint race tomorrow will be the combination of 2 run times, which will get the winner But today for the Classic, winner takes all, 1 run and 1 run only. Plenty of support out here.
4 Rennen fahren, und zwar zuerst Herren, Damen Elite.
So the World Championships are fought every 2 years. The previous one held in 2021 in the Swiss resort of Malchy-Frut. We saw Amelie Wenger-Reymond from Switzerland taking the top position, taking the victory. Crowned world champion. In second position previously, we saw Joanna Holzmann from Germany, who's since crossed over into ski cross, taking the silver. And Martina Weiss from Switzerland, the local favourite here, took the bronze medal at the previous World Championships in the Classic. But today it really is anyone's game. There's some brilliant talent out there on the hill. As I mentioned, slightly overcast conditions, but still very good visibility today. The temperature around 4 degrees Celsius, so it's not particularly cold, but the snow will hopefully hold up. There's a few areas which tend to get slightly more rutted, chopped up, especially the landing of the jump, and quite possibly the skate section a little bit lower down.
Da sind wir gespannt, was hier in Mürren gibt. Jetzt kommt der zweite Vorfahrer bald ins Ziel, der Walser Emil.
Of course, today being a Classic, slightly longer of the Telemark disciplines, 55 gates. It's a really interesting course here in Mürren. Lots of nice rolling terrain, a big left to right hand camber after the jump and the 360, going into a very flat finish. So the racers will have to carry as much speed as possible right into the finish. And then they'll be taking on the final skating section all the way to the finish line. I should think it'd be a fairly short skate, fairly quick skate anyway, with plenty of speed carried over. We've certainly seen longer World Championship skates for the Classic, but here we have the starting order for this morning. Beatrice Zimmermann from Switzerland going ahead of Martina Weiss, also from Switzerland, and the legendary Amelie Wenger-Reymond from Switzerland going down in third. Following the Swiss, Argeline Tan-Bouquet from France and Jasmine Taylor from Great Britain. As I mentioned, 14 ladies racing this morning. A quick recap on the World Cup standings. Obviously, the World Cup wrapped up last week here in Obiok, Germany, for the World Cup finals. Martina Weiss, going down second today, took the overall World Cup win, took the Crystal Globe. She'll be coming here with a huge amount of confidence, especially being the local here in Mürren. Her father, Peter Weiss, the chief of race here today, very, very experienced World Cup chief of race in the Alpine. Great to have him working on the course here, making fantastic preparations. Martina Weiss also took the Crystal Globe for the Classic discipline. No doubt she'll be looking to finish off the season on a high, taking the World Championship victory here today. But really tight competition. Amelie Wenger-Reymond, also from Switzerland, one of the strongest, most decorated FIS Telemark racers here in Mürren. And equally, Argeline Tan-Bouquet from France claimed the bronze medal position in the overall Classic standings at the end of this season. Again, she'll be hot on the heels of Martina and Amelie here this week, looking to make her mark. Quick recap on the format for today. So we'll be getting the Ladies Classic underway in a minute for the World Championships. That'll be followed by the men. And then we'll get straight into the Junior World Championship Classic replacement race, which unfortunately was called off from Kvavet, where the Junior World Championships were held earlier in the month. It's just on your screen now, some of the judging team. For those of you not so familiar with Telemark skiing, Telemark racing rather, the athletes need to go down the slope in a lunging position with a boot length in between the front and rear boot and a smooth transition into the next turn. If they go down in the alpine position, they'll pick up a 1 second penalty point rather, which will really hurt their time. And also on the jump, you'll see there are 2 lines. There's one for the ladies and one for the men. And the athletes will need to clear that line to avoid picking up a 3-second penalty and also land in the telemark position to avoid a 1 second penalty. So there's a possibility of picking up 4 seconds on the jump. So it really can be make or break for the top ladies here and top men. So on your screen now, you can see the flat at the bottom. Really direct line into the finish, into the skating section. It's going to be a really crucial part of the race today, seeing who can carry as much speed as possible off the steeper section above. It really does drop away dramatically into that steep section. A big left to right camber, quite turny course. And here we have it, bib number 1. Beatrice Zimmermann from Switzerland getting the racing underway. Zimmermann, 3 World Championship podiums to her name. Never taken gold yet, though. No doubt looking to make amends today here in Mürren, or this week, rather. Took a World Championship bronze medal previously in 2021. Very experienced Swiss racer. 53 World Cup podiums to her name, 5 World Cup victories. And here we have the racing underway for the 2023 Telemark World Championships here in Mürren. Beatrice Zimmermann from Switzerland setting the pace. Just dropping in above the jump here. Very steep pitch. Fantastic skiing from the Swiss. Big jump, looking very composed. Beatrice Zimmermann into the 360 or the loom safely. Trying to carry as much speed as possible. You see here a short skating section before we get back into the giant slalom gates. Zimmermann just picking up some penalties there. Zimmermann setting the pace. 2 second penalties on the course. 1 second penalty for not landing in the telemark position. Next up, though, bib number 2. One of the greatest telemark skiers of all time, Amelie Wenger-Reymond. Sorry, Martina Weiss, correction. Martina Weiss, also from Switzerland, the local legend here. Currently the World Cup overall Crystal Globe winner as of last week. Martina took the bronze medal at the previous World Championships. Also in Switzerland. Plenty of local support for Martina. Just a short course hold here, no doubt. We'll be seeing Martina Weiss, the 27-year-old local, getting the racing back underway. Took the Crystal Globe in the overall World Cup standings and the Classic. Martina Weiss, no less than 3 World Championship podiums under her belt. 1 silver, 3 bronze. Similar to Beatrice Zimmermann, never taken the gold, so no doubt she'll be looking to make amends this week. And here we go, back to the start. Martina Weiss for Switzerland.
Yep.
Second runner here in Mürren. Making good work on the flat top of the course here before it drops away into the steep section ahead of a jump. Oh, just taking it a little bit too tight on the red gate up there, possibly slipping back into the alpine position. Carving beautiful turns above the 360 here. Martina Weiss, very capable Telemark skier, very strong alpine racing background. Great to hear so much support for Martina here today. Martina Weiss coming out of the steep section into the flats, trying to carry as much speed as possible, staying as low as possible. No penalties for Martina Weiss so far. Staying nice and low, tucking into the skating section. You'll see the ladies going around the first of the yellow flags here. Nice wide carved turn. You see the coaching team jumping out the way. There we have it, just picking up a 1 second penalty there. I suspect she picked that up, just taking one of those gates a little bit too early. Martina Weiss leading the field ahead of Beatrice Zimmermann so far. Time of 1 minute 57. So a rather quick classic course here, under 2 minutes for the leader so far. But now on screen, bib number 3, the legend Amelie Wenger-Reymond from Switzerland. Amelie, the most successful FIS Telemark athlete, most successful FIS athlete of all time. Reigning champion in the Classic, looking to hold on to that today. 35 years old, so one of the most experienced racers here. Taken no less than 16 World Championship victories over the years, 24 World Championship podiums. Incredibly strong skater, making good work of this course. Hugely powerful athlete, very accomplished gymnast as well, showing her dominance here in Mürren. Amelie Wenger, an absolute masterclass here through the flat section, staying low and fast. As we see on the graphic there, just a little bit behind Martina Weiss, her teammate, but a strong skate to the finish for Amelie Wenger-Reymond, finishing in second position. Fine performance there from the Swiss. And that's our top 3 Swiss ladies safely down the course. Next up, bib number 4, Angeline Tan-Bouquet from France. Tan-Bouquet from Montreal, skis for the Samoa Ski Club. 28 years of age. Again, one of the more experienced ladies here at the World Championships. Nice long jump, almost making the men's line there. Tan-Bouquet finished in 6th position at the previous World Championships. Plenty of support from the coaching team. Argeline Tan-Bouquet from France, no less than 6 World Championship medals. She's taken a silver in the classic sprint and parallel sprint, so a very talented all-round athlete indeed. Never taken a gold though. Could this be her opportunity today? It's one run and one run only. Big question is, has she got the speed to take the lead? Argeline Tan-Bouquet just picking up a 1-second penalty for the jump there, for not landing it in the Telemark position. Interesting to see Tan-Bouquet taking the skating section, going around the final pole in the opposite direction to the Swiss, going from high to low. Does it pay off? Argeline Tan-Bouquet skiing into 3rd position for France. Again, a fine performance there. Seeing the replay there, lovely Telemark motion there, really smooth transition from one ski to the other. You see a lot of the athletes really out of breath. As I mentioned, this is one run and one run only, so these athletes have to give it all. Next on course though, bib number 5, Jasmine Taylor from Great Britain. Jasmine Taylor from Ipswich in Suffolk. Currently lives in Les Houches, trains with Sébastien Mossat, British team trainer. Big jump from Jasmine Taylor, slightly wide, possibly off the line, but making good work of these lower gates as she approaches a 360. Taylor finished in the bronze position in the World Cup overall for the sprint. Jasmine Taylor, another very experienced racer. The most, probably the, well, not probably, the most decorated British skier of all time. A real legend on the Telemark circuit. Jasmine Taylor started racing in 2011 in Haffield. I remember it well, giving a little bit of support and coaching, and now look at her go. Taking the same line as Argeline Tan-Bouquet, high to low on the skating section. Lots of support from her father, who's here in Mürren, Mark. Karen, her mother, back at home, no doubt cheering her on. Jasmine Taylor skiing into provisional 3rd position there. Nice clean run for Jazz Taylor. Just picking up a couple of penalty seconds there. I think she can be very pleased with that result. Seeing the replay there, the jump just getting slightly wide, right out. I mean, quite possibly a tactical position, trying to give herself a little bit of space going into the following gates. Still a fine performance from Jasmine Taylor. Next up though, bib number 7 from France, Lele Chauchopra. Lele, just 24 years of age. Big jump. Again, a similar line to Jasmine Taylor. Right out, getting a little bit late. Oh! Lele just coming over, falling inside the turn there. Back on her feet. Unfortunately, that would have cost her a fair bit of time. Just trying to carry a bit of speed into the 360 there. Really critical moment there. You need to take as much speed as possible into the skating section. That's going to really hurt her time, unfortunately. Lali from Passy in France. Fantastic racer, 2 World Cup bronze medals, and took her first World Cup victory last year in Saint-Gervais, taking a World Cup gold. And there we have it, some way off the pace, 16 seconds off. Unfortunately, that little fall inside would have cost her. Still plenty of other opportunities this week. There we have it. Clearly a very frustrated Lily Chauchepra. See in the replay there, just falling inside the turn, getting a bit caught up, upper body rotated. Next up though, bib number 8, very exciting young Norwegian, Ella Strom Eriksson, here racing in Mürren alongside her sister Gorilla. Ella, just 21 years of age, from Oslo in Norway. Finished overall in the classic standings in the World Cup in 8th position. Making good work of this course today. She approached the jump, sorry, the 360. Norwegians tend to be really strong skaters. As you can see, Ella Strom Eriksson, just 21 years of age. Finished 9th overall in the World Cup standings. Difficult to see how much speed the athletes are carrying through this flat section. Very difficult to maintain a bit of speed. There we have it, the intermediate time doing the talking there, 12 seconds off the pace. Ella Strom Eriksson from Norway. No doubt, great experience coming into these World Championships. Great performance there from a young Norwegian. Trying to tuck as much as she can in a flatter section. Next on your screen though, bib number 9, Gorilla Strom Eriksson. One of the leading Norwegian ladies here at the Mürren Telemark World Championships. Took the overall Crystal Globe for the parallel sprint in the World Cup just a couple of weeks ago. Taken a number of podiums this season. Gorilla Strom Eriksson leading the way for the Norwegian team on the ladies' side. But later we'll see Trim Lokken, also from Norway, leading the men from Norway. But Gorilla making good work of this course here today. Possibly tiring a little coming into the flatter section here, not looking possibly quite as energetic as the Swiss, quite as dynamic, but nice and smooth through these lower gates. A really tough race, the Classic, the longest of the disciplines. 55 gates in total, 2 skating sections, 1 360, 1 jump. Gorilla Strom Eriksson going for the line. What has she got? And a provisional 6th position for Gorilla. Very respectable indeed. Seeing the replays here. Big jump from Strom Eriksson, clearly making the ladies' line, almost landing right in the men's line, a little bit lower down. Really strong performance there. Textbook skiing from a Norwegian. Next up, though, bib number 10, Augustin Calliez from France, from Annecy in France. The 18-year-old first-year medical student here in Norway. Fantastically able skier. Took the Junior World Championship gold medal in the sprint and the parallel sprint. Certainly one of the ladies to be watching out for here in Mürren, as she will be taking on a lot of the seniors. Making good work there. I understand she's one of the few juniors actually racing in the championship seniors race here rather than the junior classic, which will take place a little bit later. Really goes to show her strength and ability, coming into contention with the somewhat more experienced Swiss racers. Calliez pushing hard for the line, picking up some penalty points there. Skiing into 7th position for France. Very respectable run indeed from the young French. There we are, showing some exhaustion. Just 18 years old, incredible to be racing amongst some of the best here. Next up, bib number 12, Mürren from Germany. 23 years of age, sorry. Very successful junior racer, taking the bronze at the World Championships in 2019. Getting a bit wild after the jump there, just carrying a lot of the speed. Mürren safely into the 360 now. I suspect the speed check there after the jump would have cost her a few seconds, so looking to make that up on the skate here. Certainly isn't the longest World Championship Classic, but it's going to be a challenging course nonetheless. Some big rolls in the midsection, of course, and a big left to right camber before the flat section. And there we have it, the 23-year-old into the final part of this course now, into the skate. Again, high to low, going round the far yellow flag. Just picking up a couple of penalty seconds there. Mürren, a provisional 9th position for the young German. Really great atmosphere in the finish. But back to the start, bib number 12, Anna-Katharina Kessler from Germany. 21 years old, started racing in 2017 at Hintertux World Cup. I know her parents are very keen telemarkers as well. No doubt they'll be watching from home in Germany. Very successful junior skier, picking up 2 silvers and 2 bronze in Junior World Championships gone past. Now into 360, carrying plenty of speed. Great shot there on the camera, just showing the scale of the 360 there. Nice aerial shot overhead. Kessler, fantastically able skier, picked up the overall 16th position in the Classic. in the World Cup. That's just gone by. Unfortunately, picking up some penalty seconds on the jump there. 4 seconds, so that's 3 for not making the line, an additional second for landing in the alpine position. Let's just see what she can do in the final part of this classic. Nice skating from Kessler. It's really come on, really powerful. Look at her go, powering towards the line. There we have it, safely over the line. Provisional 10th. Berit Younger, teammate there, just giving her a hand and doing her boots. Great shot here into the 360. Interesting line there. You'll see some skiers take a slightly higher line, some perhaps a slightly lower. Somewhat easier in the classic into the 360. Obviously, just one skier going in. We'll see later in the week in the parallel sprint, 2 racers going into 360. Mixes things up a little bit. Next time on course, though, from Sweden, our only Swedish runner, Karin Abrahamsson, 29 years old, from Gothenburg in Sweden. Started racing 2018, the World Cup in Rjukan. Looking a little bit far back on the skis after the jump there, taking some of these turns slightly cautiously ahead of a 360. Karin into the 360, carrying plenty of speed as she comes out into the skating section. Finished in 18th in the World Cup overall standings this season, 17th overall. Racing alongside the great Ole Kullberg, one of the most experienced men on the World Cup circuit. Karin, a civil engineer from Gothenburg, no doubt very good at preparing her skis with that strong engineering background. Making good work in this lower section of the course as she comes into the flat. Really important to stay low, stay smooth around these final turns. Karin Abrahamsson from Sweden into the final part of this contest. Pushing hard for the line. Let's see whether she can make a top 10, top 15 spot here today. Just skiing into 12th place there. Karin, a fine performance. Seeing the replay here in the jump, just slightly back on the skis. Just managing to stay on her feet. In just a moment's time, we'll be getting the final runner in this Ladies World Championship Classic underway, Masha Strakel from Slovenia, bib number 14. Masha, often known as Mashi to her teammates, from Ljubljana in Slovenia, the capital. 21 years old. She tells me she's not a big fan of the cold, which is surprising for a winter sports athlete. No doubt she'll be looking forward to some warmer weather in months to come, but making good work of this course, possibly getting slightly wide after the jump, approaching the 360. Masha now into the flat section here. She's trained in Les Houches this season alongside the British with coach Seb Mossa. No penalty seconds on the clock just yet. So a very clean run. I'm not entirely sure she made the ladies line the jump. There we have it, 3 penalty seconds. Masha Strakel from Slovenia safely in the finish. So ladies and gentlemen, that concludes the ladies championship sprint. As I mentioned, it's just the one run this morning. Masha Strakel over the line, the replay there. Well, I have to say, what a start it's been in the opening race of the World Champs here in Mürren. Course holding up well. Conditions not bad. We had a little bit of snow a couple of days ago, dusting. Obviously, a huge thanks go to the course team here in Mürren. It's very difficult running races this late in the season, but they've done a phenomenal job. So a quick recap of the provisional results for the ladies. We saw Martina Weiss, the local legend, in provisional first place. Amelie Wenger-Remond from Switzerland in second place. And Jasmine Taylor just skiing into third spot there from Great Britain. Great result from Jasmine Taylor. Of course, these are provisional results. We'll have to double check the penalty points. But there we have it on your screen. Fourth position, Beatrice Zimmermann from Switzerland. And fifth, Argeline Tambouquet from France. There we have it, results on your screen. Really strong performance from Martina Weiss. Really excited. She's potentially taking the gold. Again, we're just waiting. We'll have to wait for confirmation of official results, but huge performance from a Swiss.
Grosse Träume brauchen ein bisschen Support.
Es braucht gute Serviceleute, Vorbilder und einen Fanclub. Aber es braucht auch kein Rezept. Und Tüpfelscheisser, um die entscheidenden Hundertstel rauszufahren. Manchmal braucht es Überredungskünstlerinnen. Leute, die mit einer guten Einstellung an die Sache gehen und Sättig, die einen motivieren. Damit es läuft und läuft, braucht es eine gute Verbindung untereinander. Ein Technologiepartner, der alles gibt fürs Team. Und jemand, der dir sagt, go, go, go!
And back to the racing, getting the men underway with Bastien Dayer from Switzerland. Bastien Dayer in his last season after a very successful career. 35 years old. Took the overall Crystal Globe in the Classic and the sprint. Huge jump from Bastien. One of the most accomplished racers here in Mürren today. Really quick 360 from Bastien. Bastien Dayer, no less than 111 World Cup podiums, 146 World Cup victories to his name, and flying down this lower part of the course into the skate section, going slightly further for the men's skate. Low to high for Bastien, similar to his teammates Martina Weiss, Amelie Rimmel. Bastien Dayer pushing hard for the line. Strong performance from the Swiss there. Bastien Dayer just over 2 minutes, 2 minutes 7 seconds. What a great start to the men's racing here at the World Championships. Bastien Dayer having had an incredible season on the World Cup, looking to top it off here at the World Champs. Bib number 2, also from Switzerland, Nicolas Michel. Nicolas Michel, another very experienced Swissman, 28 years old, from the ski club Thion. Huge jump from Nicolas Michel. Oh, just getting wide on the second blue gate after the jump. Nicolas Michel with 3 bronze World Championships medals to his name. Looking to take a top spot here today in the Classic. And Nicolas Michel right on the money here. Coming out of a steep section and getting into the flats at the bottom, carrying more than enough speed. Nicolas Michel tucking. Similar to Bastien, incredibly powerful skater. You can see the rate his arms are moving. Eyes on the prize. Nicolas Michel skiing into second position, just getting his, looks like his arm pole caught in the netting there. Huge performance there. Nicolas Michel, big flight over the jump. We see him just coming a bit wide, skis across the slope, back into the Telemark position. Huge performance there from the Swissman. No doubt he'll be kicking himself a little bit, getting a little bit wild, raggedy over the jump there. Next up though, bib number 3 from France, Noé Clay. Noé Clay, one of the most exciting French racers on the circuit. 24 years of age, from Samoa. Oh, huge jump again from Noé Clay, looking very controlled. This is going to be a fast time, I would have thought. Took a World Championship bronze medal in Rjukan 2019 in the parallel sprint. Come on somewhat since then. Lovely run from Noé Clay. Strong performance in the upper section of the course. Coached by the legendary ex-French racer Antoine Bouvier. He's taken lots of experience from the Swiss team. From the French team rather, sorry. Not the Swiss team. Noé Clay safely into the final part of this contest. Really strong skate from a Frenchman from Samoa. Great performance. Crossing the line, going into second position for Noé Clay. Really great start to these World Championships. Looking a bit wild, flapping in the air there. Amazingly, he managed to control, carry so much speed into the following gates after the jump. Really tightly set course. Next on your screen though, bib number 4, Trym Loken from Norway. the leading Norwegian here. Trym Loken took the silver medal in the previous classic at the World Championships in 2021. Nice jump from Loken, clearly making that, oh, just getting a bit caught up as he approached the 360. Not a great place to lose speed. Trym Loken, one of the most experienced racers here, the Norwegian veteran with 6 World Championship medals to his name. Trym took a gold in the parallel, 2 silvers for the classic and the sprint in the overall standings. Sorry, at the previous World Championships. Very strong skater indeed, alongside many of the other Norwegians here today. Trym Loken. Huge performance from Trym Loken. Skiing in 2nd position for Norwegian, just pipping Noé Clay from France. Really great result there from Trym, especially having come back from injury so recently. Speaking to him just a couple of days ago, really pleased with his comeback. Much better season than he ever could have expected, and a performance like that in a provisional 2nd place. Huge run from Trym Loken. Next up though, from Sweden, Ole Kullberg. Ole, one of the friendliest Swedish giants on the World Cup circuit. 30 years old, been racing since 2010, so one of the more experienced guys here today. Nice jump from Kullberg, slightly more central on the jump rather than skier's right, carrying plenty of speed. Kullberg finished 6th in the overall classic standings for the World Cup. He's got 2 World Cup medals to his name, taking a silver in Geilo in Norway in 2014 in the parallel. He also got a bronze in the classic from last year in Kvarvit on the World Cup. Very experienced racer. Lovely smooth transitions on the flats as he goes into the skate. Just 3 seconds off the pace, the intermediate time. A strong skate. Ole Kullberg could be in contention for a medal here today. Kullberg giving every bit of energy. And there we have it, Kullberg, huge run, skiing into provisional 3rd position. Question is, can he hold on to that? Very impressive run from Ole Kullberg from Sweden. I'd love to see him take a World Championship medal here today. A performance like that, he can certainly go away on a high. Still some fantastic racers come down the course, including bib number 6 from France, Ele Nabo. Ele Nabo approaching the jump, 25 years of age. Enormous jump from a Frenchman. They got the line spot on there. Again, a bit more central over the jump. No doubt he'll be passing on the intel on the course radio. Very strong ski racer indeed, a ski instructor, and a very keen amateur footballer as well. Ele Nabo. Got some good results in the World Cup in years gone by. 23 World Cup podiums, 4 World Cup victories, and a fantastic World Cup season this year, finishing in 2nd in all the disciplines. Question is, can Ele Nabo push it on today, take a medal here in the opening race of the 2023 World Championships. Elie Nabo going for the line. Strong performance there. Elie Nabo skiing into first position. What a run from the Frenchman. No penalty points. That was an incredible run. Such a strong jump there, taking a fantastic line into the 360. Elie Nabo will be absolutely delighted with that. Stomped landing on the jump. Very impressive performance from the French. Next up though, Théo Silon, also from France. Silon, one of the slightly more aggressive racers on the circuit, really exciting to watch. Great style. Big air from Silon, just getting a bit wide, coming into the softer snow, managing to rein it back in. Théo Silon has some great credentials in the Classic, taking the top position in the World Cup Classic in Kvarvet last year. Théo Silon smashing his way through the yellow control gate as he goes into the steep section of the course. Really energetic skier, Silon. Very smooth on the flats. Great to see how close Silon can come to teammate Elie Nabo after that incredible performance. Théo Silon, 24 years of age, going for the line. Can he make a medal position in this opening race? Huge support for the Frenchman, skiing into fifth. Unfortunately, I think those errors after the jump probably cost him a few seconds there, putting him out of contention. Here we see in the replay there, huge jump. Just getting slightly caught up, coming out of a Telemark position, getting into the softer snow. Really difficult if you come out of that racing line. Great atmosphere in the finish. Next up though, bib number 8, Maxime Mosset from Switzerland. Maxi, 24 years of age, with the ski club Vieux des Alpes. Started his World Cup career in Hintertux in 2015. Good jump there from Maxime. Safely into the 360 now, looking to replicate some of the success of his fellow teammate Bastien Dayer, who's currently running in second position behind Elie Nabo from France. Just coming off the steeps here, setting himself up for the flats. Again, textbook skiing here from Maxime Mosset. Looking to avoid any penalty points. Nice smooth transitions. Fortunately, a little way off the pace there. He's going to have his work cut out. But I'm sure he'll be looking for a top 10 position here in Mürren. Always nice to be racing in your home country, especially for the World Championships. Skiing into a provisional 8th place. Can't complain with that. Starting in 8th, finishing in 8th. Great skiing in the replay here. Next up though, bib number 9, fellow Swissman Gato Procura. Gato from Lyon, 27 years old. Another experienced World Cup racer. Been in the circuit since 2012. Oh, just coming off a jump. Very, very wide, but managing to hold on to it. Gaito approaching the 360 now. Had some World Cup success, finishing in bronze medal position in the sprint in Kvarvit in 2022. Plenty of support here for the Swiss, which is great to see. Gaito there just picking up 4-second penalty on the jump. That's going to hurt his time, unfortunately. That's 4 seconds not making the line or landing in the Telemark position. There we have it, some way off the pace. But it's one run and one run only. Gaito pushing for the line here. Eighth position, very respectable, especially picking up those 4-second penalties. Unfortunately, shaking his head there. Possibly slightly disappointed, but looking to make amends in the following days in the sprint, in the parallel, and the team event. Next on course, though, we see there bib number 10, Jacob Alfberg, our second Norwegian runner. Had some success actually here in Mürren last year in the World Cup. Took a gold medal in the sprint and a bronze medal in the parallel sprint. So clearly enjoys the Swiss snow, this race hill. Big jump from a Norwegian. Hugely powerful skier. Also known as Jack the Snack, I see in his notes here. I'm told the legendary Norwegian broken 9 poles, 9 skating poles this season. Quite the animal, and you see pushing hard here into the skating section. Very easy to break poles, especially on the jump. Land on the pole, it's broken. Can really throw you off the rest of the race. Jacob having a brilliant run here. Could well be in contention. There we have it, 5th spot for the young Norwegian. A fine performance. There'll be a number of younger racers here today looking to pick up a bit more experience here at these World Champs. They only come around every 2 years, so it's an opportunity to learn from the very best. Bib number 11 now on course, Alexis Mossa from Switzerland. Alexis, 21 years old, very accomplished skier in the sprint discipline. Again, he took a silver World Cup medal here in Mürren last year, so he has the skills to pay the bills, you could say. Alexis Mossa carrying plenty of speed into 360. Nice high line. Let's see whether Alexis Mossa can do some damage here. Still Elie Nabo from France, the leading man, followed by Bastien Dayer from Switzerland. Setting 2 very fast times indeed. Alexis Mossin in the final part of this race now. No penalty seconds on the clock just yet, showing a nice clean run. And skiing into a provisional 9th place. A fine run from the Swissman. Difficult to see whether he actually made the line there. I see he actually picked up 3 penalty seconds for the jump for not making the line. Sorry, for not making the line, but landing in the telemark position. You'll see a lot of these racers will either really go for the line or perhaps go slightly shorter, make sure you're landing in the telemark position. But next on course, another very exciting German Christoph Frank, nicknamed the Frankinator, looking to make his mark here in Mürren. Frankie now into the 360. Very powerful young German from the Black Forest. Very successful junior skier, taking a gold medal in 2019 at the Junior World Championships in Kvavet. Yet to take any World Cup medals as a senior. Still a man to watch for the future, just 24 years of age. Frankie tucking hard into the skating section now. Nice line coming out towards the finish. Fortunately, picking up 5 seconds of penalties is going to really hurt his time. 4 in the jump, 3 in the gates. And 12th position, provisional 12th for Christoph Frank. I know he'll be looking to make amends, certainly in the parallel sprint, where he has some really strong experience. Christoph Frank having a bit of a sit down, while his teammate, also from Germany, Leonhard Müller, now on course for Germany. Leo, 31 years old, from Bad Hinderlangen in Germany. Huge jump from the German, clearly made the men's line there from the angle on the TV. Finished 13th overall for the Classic in the World Cup this season. I'm sure he'll be looking for a top 10, top 15 spot here in the Classic. The Germans had a lot of success in years gone by on the Telemark World Cup and World Champs. Johanna Holzmann used to race for the German team, crossed over into ski cross, and the same with Tobi Müller as well. 2 of Germany's greatest Telemark racers, and a huge amount of talent, as we see Leonhard Müller from Germany skating hard for the finish. And a fine performance with a provisional 9th from Müller. Very respectable time indeed. Oh, huge jump. Just getting slightly sideways on the landing. Been a real variety of lines coming over that jump. It's very difficult to see from the TV angle, but it's a completely blind jump, so you can't see the landing as you approach it, making it very difficult indeed. Next up, though, from Italy, Raphael Masnik, bib number 14. Raphael leading the Italians, the only Italian competitor here in Mürren, 21 years old, a real character on the World Cup circuit. Joined the World Cup 2017, took his first podium, World Cup podium this year in Norway in the parallel sprint. Really exciting racer to watch. Very dynamic, very energetic. Also a lovely guy. Raphael looking strong. Nice smooth transitions on the flat section. Let's see what the young Italian can produce today. Well, it's not far off the mark. Big question, can he make a top 5 spot today or top 10? All you see is just lost his pole there, hand halfway down. And 9th position for Raphael. I'm not quite sure what happened with his pole. We see on the replay there, his hand just slips down. Rather unlucky incident, but that said, it could have happened a lot higher up the course, so a lucky escape there for Raphael. Next on course, bib number 15, Thomas Olivius from Germany. Nice big jump from Olivius, safely into the midsection of the course, approaching a 360. Lovely 360 from Thomas, 33 years old, big cycling fan. Again, another real gentle giant in the World Cup. Very talented man indeed, an anaesthetist by trade. And very experienced World Cup skier, having joined the circuit in 2015. Lovely low stance here on the flat section. Thomas Olivius now into the final part of the course. Just picking up 3 seconds penalties on the jump. Thomas Olivius skiing to 13th position. Very respectable indeed. Oh, replay there from Olivius, just getting caught up, coming out of the Telemark position.
Grosse Träume brauchen ein bisschen Support.
Es braucht gute Serviceleute, Vorbilder und einen Fanclub. Aber es braucht auch kein Rezept. Und Tüpfelschisser, um die entscheidenden Hundertstel rauszufahren. Manchmal braucht es Überredungskünstlerinnen. Leute, die mit einer guten Einstellung an die Sache gehen und Sättig, die einen motivieren. Damit es läuft, braucht es eine gute Verbindung untereinander. Ein Technologiepartner, der alles gibt fürs Team. Und jemand, der dir sagt, go, go, go!
welcome back to Mürren for the opening day of the 2023 FIS Telemark World Championships. So far we've seen the ladies go down and the top 15 men. It's great to see the weather's cleared up a little bit this afternoon. Next up though, bib number 16 from Switzerland, the home nation, Roman Bene. Roman Bene, 26 years old, from Sion. Skis in Tion. The Four Valleys. Bit of a social media star, Bene. Really fun guy to watch. Had some success on the World Cup circuit, taking a bronze medal in Samoa in 2020. Roman Bene having plenty of encouragement from his coach, Rudi Weber, who set this course today. Looks like one of the slip team just sliding the course there. Difficult to see what's happened to Roman Bene. Potentially a little fall or crash just out of view. Let's hope he's okay. Some of the fellow Swiss athletes at the finish awaiting their fellow countrymen. Lovely atmosphere here in Mürren. Very traditional Swiss resort. And bib number 17, now in the start, Max Suter from Germany. Suter, 21 years old, from St. Johann near Stuttgart in Germany. Max is an automotive engineering student. And, oh, just overcooking the jump there. Big jump from a German, unfortunately. Just overcooked it, missing the blue gate. What a shame for the German skiing out of the course, but doing so in brilliant fashion. Not a good start for the German, but still plenty more to have a go at. Plenty more fights to come in the sprint and the parallel and the team event. Seeing the replay here, difficult to tell whether it's slightly offline. Just carry a lot of speed, falling over the fronts of his skis and falling inside. Very unfortunate. Tough old race, Max Suter. Thomas Olovius on your screen now, enjoying a few rays of sunshine in the finish. On your screen now, the jump judging team. Well, such a shame for Max Suter of Germany, just skiing out after the jump there. To be quite honest, I'm surprised we haven't seen that other skiers come out of the course at that point. I had a quick look this morning. It's very, very turny. Very difficult to make the gates following the jump. Huge amount of speed on the approach, very, very steep. Very exciting race piece. Here we are again on the replay. Just getting slightly wide, slightly offline, falling forwards and inside. Very difficult to recover after the jump. Takes so much speed off it. Beautiful scenes here in Mürren as we're overlooking the famous Eiger. It really is such a privilege holding the World Championships here. And the resort have put on a brilliant show. Just a moment's time, we'll be getting the racing back underway with our one and only Canadian here today, Michael-André Dansereau. And here we go, back into the racing, bib number 18. Michael from Canada, 19 years old. Hugely exciting skier. Also known as Mad Mike to many of his peers out here. Training in Les Houches alongside the British team this season. Soaking up all of that knowledge from Seb Monsard, the coach. Marion, assistant coach there. Plenty of support at the 360. Should see Michael, there we are, coming onto the screen now. Coming out of the steeper section of the course. Our token Canadian racer here today is a hell of a long way from Canada here in Mürren. So it's great to have a really good showing of Canadians, Americans, and Japanese as well. A really strong Japanese team here in Mürren. A little way off the pace there. Actually picking up some penalty seconds on the jump. Surprising for Michael. He's a good jumper. Top 20 spot here today would be great. 15th spot for Michael from Canada. Really strong performance. Just see the replay here going into the 360. Trying to carry as much speed as possible into the short skate before it drops into the steeps again. Next up, though, from Great Britain, bib number 19, Colin Dixon. Dixon, 25 years old. Skis for the ski club Crozet. Really fun guy to have on the circuit. Very good skier as well. Currently in the business of boat building. Let's see if Colin Dixon can construct something special here today. Colin Dixon was racing alongside his brother Alec up until recently, but Colin flying the flag for Great Britain today. Safely into the flats. Bottom, picking up a few penalty seconds on the jump, not making the distance, but Clearly landing in the Telemark position. Not a disaster. Colin Dixon pushing hard for the line in a very distinctive Great Britain race suit. Colin Dixon skiing into a provisional 17th spot. Always good to beat your bib number. Good work from Dixon. Next up though, bib number 20, the first of our Japanese competitors, Koi Heroes. Please excuse my pronunciation. Heroes now approaching the jump, dropping into the steep. The 30-year-old from Takashimi City in Japan actually tore his ACL last May, so coming back from injury. So far a good run from the first of our Japanese competitors here in Mürren. Nice to see such a strong Japanese contingent here. It's a long way to come over to Europe for the racing. Some great experience. Now into the flats, trying to carry as much speed as possible. Of course, the temperatures will be rising. We're well into March now. So it will make it, certainly won't make it easier as the day goes on. The snow will be getting slightly stickier. Heroes skiing into 17th position. A fine performance. As we see in the replay here, so important carrying as much speed as possible on the skating section, trying to carve your way around rather than skidding it. Often where these races are won or lost. Next up though, bib number 21. Tahaki Kato from Japan. Kato joined the World Cup circuit in 2021. I have to say our Japanese competitors have been rather unlucky health-wise. He had acute hepatitis in January. Thankfully, he's a pharmacist, so no doubt he'll be able to fix himself up. Lovely skiing here, approaching the 360. Kato from Japan, one of the slightly older competitors here, 38 years old. Looking to make good work on this World Championship Classic course. So far going well. Just a 4-second penalty for the jump. Possibly a strategic move from Kato. Quite often if a racer knows they're going to have difficulty reaching the line, they will take it slightly more gently and a nice controlled landing, setting themselves up for the lower section of gates. 3 seconds in the gates, penalty seconds, going to hurt his time. 7 seconds in total. Kato pushing for the line for Japan and falling into 19th position. Next in the gate though, bib number 22, Matoki Horita, apologies, from Japan. Horita, one of the newer guys to join international Telemark racing scene. From Tonami City, joined the World Cup this year. Small jump from Horita, but very controlled, taking plenty of speed into these lower gates. And Horita's got his work cut out here, not carrying quite as much speed as the likes of Eli Naber and Bastien Daye coming into the skating section. Still a good effort from the Japanese. Horita, another man plagued with injury, suffering from back pain in recent months. But great to see him racing here in Mürren. Putting the pain aside, digging deep into the final part of this classic. And Horita going for the line. Finishing in a provisional 20th position. I'm sure he'll enjoy the sprint course somewhat more, slightly shorter course. Lovely skiing here though from Horita, really clean from edge to edge. Good performance. Bib number 23 now. Kohei Ohashi from Japan. The final 5 men to go down the course, battling it out in the opening day here in Mürren. We can see the course is deteriorating slightly. The ruts don't look too bad. There's clearly a bit of soft snow on the edges of the track. You certainly wouldn't want to come out of a racing line. Ohashi looking a little bit late here as he gets into the 360. He'll need to try and carry as much speed as he can. Ohashi making good work of this skating section. 360 paying dividends, carrying a bit of speed out of there. Just skip forward a little bit. Ohashi now into the final part of the skate. Lovely strong finish. Really powerful arms driving him forward. Ohashi finishing in 19th, very respectable indeed. Top 20 finish here amongst some incredible racers. Just looking a little bit tentative coming over the jump there. Looks like he made the Telemark landing. Certainly didn't make that men's line, but a fine performance. All right, bib number 24, Kishu Anada, one of the top Japanese men here today. Experienced racer, joining the World Cup in 2014. Had success in 2019 at the Junior World Championships, just missing a medal position, coming in 4th. Huge jump there from Kishu Anada. Massive jump coming out of the course. Really strong jumper, but just giving it a little bit too much welly there. I'd love to see the replay. Possibly taking the wrong line. Here we have it, the replay. Wow. Enormous air. You see the frustration completely off the skier's right. What a performance from Kishu Anada. A real shame for the 24-year-old, but very valuable lesson to take forward. So unfortunately that puts Kishiwanada out of the running for the Classic today. But just a quick recap on the results, provisional results so far. Elie Nabo from France still leading the men. Next up though, bib number 25 from the US of A, Sam Garber. Sam from New Hampshire on the east coast of the USA. Did his first World Cup in Suicide 6 in 2018 in the US. This will be his first World Championships. Great to see so many of the younger Americans crossing the Atlantic, making it over here for this biannual event happening once every 2 years. Sam, lovely guy, currently studying economics and politics at university. Looking to make a wave here out in Mürren for the opening day. Sam Garber safely into the flats here. Nice deep lunge. No penalty points for this man. Sam Garber head up, going for the line. Possibly looking slightly tired coming into the final part of this race. Still great to get a World Championship Classic under his belt. There we have it. Provisional 20th position for Sam Garber from the US. Lovely low position. I saw a quick glance to the right, not quite sure what he was looking at there. There have been some ladies down the side of the course. Maybe a quick glance, maybe thought he was in a parallel. All the same, a great performance, provisional 20th for Sam Garber. And next up, our penultimate runner from France, Jules Panis. Panis, 21 years old, from Annecy. Oh! Going over there into the netting. That was very unfortunate fall from a Frenchman. Started Telemark racing, age 12 in the Pyrenees. It looks like it, hopefully it's okay. It didn't look like a terrible crash from my view, but never pleasant ending up in the netting. Good to see plenty of a course team on hand. Check he's okay. There we have it in the replay, just falling inside the turn. Very unlucky, and then falling on the other side. Good to see the Frenchman back on his feet now. Hopefully uninjured. Very difficult, that top section of the course is quite flat. You've got to carry as much speed as you can out the start just to be able to set those edges. Easy mistake to make, especially just before you get into the steeper section of the course. Good to see the Frenchman back on his feet. He'll have a crack at the sprint and the parallel sprint in days to come. So a couple more opportunities for a stab at the World Championships. just while the team repair the course. We have some beautiful views here over the surrounding mountains, the Eiger on the left and the Monarch on the right. Really is the most dramatic scenery here in Mürren. But here we have it in the start gate now, our final runner contender in the men's championship classic, Jeffrey Gay from the US. Jeffrey, one of the more experienced US racers here in the circuit, 29 years old, from Steamboat Springs in the US. Getting a bit wide on the jump there. Not the best line, but managing to control the speed nicely ahead of a 360. Jeffrey joined the World Cup in 2009 in Slovenia. Had some success in the World Junior Championships in 2009, taking a bronze back in the days when we had giant slalom as a discipline. Of course, the GS is no more. Jeffrey Gay now into the final section of the steeps, just ahead of the flats towards the finish. Jeffrey Gay from USA, got a good ring to it. And well into the skating section now. Jeffrey Gay from US just a little bit off the pace there. Plenty of support for our last runner here in the men's senior championships. Jeffrey Gay pushing for the line and taking the 17th position. Very respectable from the American. Anything top 20, great spot. Seeing the replay here, right over to the skier's right above the yellow gate, but it looks like it's paid dividends. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that concludes the classic. And what an exciting opening race for the men here at the World Championships in Mürren. And there we have it, the provisional results with Elie Nabo from France taking the top spot, Bastien Dayer from Switzerland, and Trim Locken in third. Ole Kullberg from Sweden just missing out to the medals in fourth position, but a huge run from Elie Nabo.
Grosse Träume brauchen ein bisschen Support.
Es braucht gute Serviceleute, Vorbilder und einen Fanclub. Aber es braucht auch kein Rezept. Und Tüpfelscheisser, um die entscheidenden Hundertstel rauszufahren. Manchmal braucht es Überredungskünstlerinnen. Leute, die mit einer guten Einstellung an die Sache gehen und Sättig, die einen motivieren. Damit es läuft, braucht es eine gute Verbindung untereinander. Ein Technologiepartner, der alles gibt fürs Team. Und jemand, der dir sagt, go, go, go!
And welcome back to Mürren as we get the Junior World Championship Classic underway. This is a replacement race from last week. Unfortunately, the Junior World Championships in Kvavet, they had some difficulty with the snow. But the Junior World Championships take place every year. And very important too, getting some of the junior racers more familiar with the racing format. So we'll be kicking off with the junior ladies, 11 runners in total, all battling it out for the top spot here today. The organisers made the very wise decision to give the athletes the opportunity to race in the Senior World Champs or the Junior World Champs rather than both. It would take far too long, and conditions could be very difficult. Conditions in Mürren, as you saw, looking slightly more overcast this afternoon. But it looks like the course is holding up rather well. So just a quick recap. We're coming to you here from Mürren in Switzerland. Very traditional Swiss mountain village, perched on the side of a mountain at 1,600 meters above sea level. But getting the Junior World Championship Classic underway, bib number 21, Amélie Venet from France. Venet, 20 years old, took a bronze medal in the Classic last year in the Junior World Championships. Very capable skier indeed. She's also Argeline Tambuke's sister, so a strong racing pedigree in the family. A third-year media student, so trying to get as much racing experience as she can. Plenty of support for the juniors. Now the seniors are finished, I'm sure they'll be lining the course, sending the juniors as fast as they can down this very challenging course indeed. You'll see a couple of quite big rollers in the midsection of the course and a horrible left to right camber, making for tough racing. Right into the flats at the bottom, head of a skate section. Amélie now in the final part of this course. Possibly a problem with her pole there. I can't see whether she snapped it or a real shame for the French woman. Oh, what a start. Very unfortunate there. Difficult to see whether she snapped her pole or, unfortunately, that's going to cost her a few seconds there. Lovely turns at the top of the course. Oh, just getting a bit caught up there ahead of the 360. Jumping straight in the course radio. Back up to the top. Her fellow countrywoman Camille Bourbon going down in fourth position. But next up, Maria Berge from Norway. Maria, 18 years old, from Kulbu in Norway. Joined the World Cup circuit last year. A nice jump there, big jump. One of the young Norwegians to keep an eye out for. She took the silver in the parallel sprint at the Junior World Champs. No doubt looking to take a medal here in the Classic. Now into the final part of her skate. Maria from Norway going for the line. Can she take the top spot? Yes, she can. Great start from the Norwegian. Next on course, though, our first German runner, Coletta Frick. Just putting a hand down in the snow there, looking a little bit unsteady. Back up to speed now. Big air from Frick. Nice landing, back in the racing line. Carrying plenty of speed and a 360. Frick having a strong skate as well. Some really strong German talent coming through the system, especially the juniors. Just waiting for Frick to appear on our screen now. There's a slight gap, but I've had confirmation on the radio that Frick has come out of the race, unfortunately. Such a shame for the young German. In just a moment, though, we'll be getting the racing back underway with Camille Bourbon from France. Camille Bourbon, 20 years old, from Samoa. Took a bronze Junior World Championships in the parallel. So she's got the credentials. A very fast skier. Another of the French to be looking out for in future. Camille Bourbon, now on course for France. Nice jump from Bourbon, just getting her skis right across the snow, but taking plenty of speed off the steeps into the 360. Camille Bourbon being pushed on by a coach alongside Antoine Bouvier, Bouvie Dog. Be great to see Camille in contention for a medal here today. Bourbon, 20 years of age, coming towards the end of her junior career, looking to make some waves in the senior circuit. Camille Bourbon just a little off the pace there. Picking up her penalty second on the jump. Not landing in a Telemark position, but Camille Bourbon going for the line for France. Strong skate as well. And just falling into second position behind Maria Berg from Norway. Fine performance there from the Bourbon. Next up, though, from Germany, Never Lucia Willmann. Willmann, bib number 25, 20 years old. Just missed out to a medal in the parallel sprint, taking the 4th spot, the Junior World Champs. Nice jump there from a German. Didn't look like she made the Telemark landing, but certainly plenty of distance there. Willmann, very energetic skater. See the arms moving at such a rate. And now into the final steep section, ahead of the flat towards the finish. Nice and low here. Look at that, so low through these final gates, very aerodynamic. Trying to carry as much speed as possible. This is really where waxing strategy comes into play. Make sure you've got the right wax on your skis for the snow temperature so your skis glide across the snow. Willmann pushing for the finish and taking a 3rd spot. Very respectable indeed. The question is, can she hold on to that? Still some fantastic skiers to come down the course yet. Next up, bib number 26 from Switzerland, Lia Lafillon. Lia, 18 years old, took silver in the Junior World Championships last year here in Mürren in the Classic. Looking very fast in this lower section of course. Oh, just going over, falling inside, crashing into the blue gate. Let's hope she's okay. A nasty crash. We've seen a few skiers in the earlier races just falling inside after the jump. Horrible crash, horrible place to crash. After that jump, just taking so much speed. There we have it, just hand down, falling inside. Never nice, crashing into plastic gate like that. No doubt a little bit shaken up. Could see some of the course crew on hand. Give her a hand up. Really tough start for the young Swiss. Still, she can be very pleased with her silver medal last year here in Mürren. Next up, though, a real contender for the top spot here. Emma Adelsen from Norway, bib number 27. Adelsen from Asker in Norway took the bronze spot in the sprint. Very able skier coming into the 360. Be great to see this lady take a medal position here today for the World Championship, Junior World Championship Classic. Making good work of this course so far. Very long, powerful levers. Emma Adelston on course for Norway. And straight into the flat. Really important to keep the rhythm through there, keeping the skis as flat as possible. Just a little bit off the pace. But this is really where the race is won or lost. Emma Adelsson from Norway, giving it absolutely everything. And rewarded with a provisional third spot. Really impressive performance from the Norwegian. Plenty of distance on the jump in the replay there. Now on your screen, bib number 28, Lily Mürren from France on course. Mürren, 18 years old, joined the World Cup in 2001, racing in Passy in the Haute-Savoie region of France. Oh, just getting outside the line there, getting caught in the soft stuff, getting flipped up. What a frustrating start to the race for the young French. Taking a ski off, I wonder whether she's got a problem with her, it's a broken binding or... Let's see what happens here in the replay. Jump looks okay. Just slightly in the back seat, getting caught in the soft stuff. There we go. Oh, ski coming off completely. Very, very unlucky for the young French woman. See the course team just making a quick repair there. Looks like a ski is broken coming down on one ski. Not an easy course to navigate in one ski either. Coming down from there. Could see her back on her feet though. Next up though, number 29. The last of our Norwegians, Kaja Husvik. Kaja, 19 years old, took the silver medal in the sprint just a week ago at the Junior World Championships. Looking for another medal here today in the Classic. Huge jump from a Norwegian and controlling the speed as she approached the 360. Kaja now into the 360 now, coming out into the skate. Question is, has she got the speed to compete with her fellow countrywoman, Maria Berge, who currently set the pace. Kaja Berge joined the Kaja Husvik joined the World Cup in 2020 in Rjukan, so relatively new to the World Cup international circuit. Kaja having a strong skate towards the finish. Could she be in contention for a medal 2 penalty seconds on the clock. It's going to be very close indeed. There we have it, second spot. That was a phenomenal performance from the Norwegian Kaya. Big round of applause at the finish there. So currently 2 Norwegians in the top 2 spots. Huge jump. Lost control. Massive performance there from the Norwegians. But that leaves just 2 more racers left. First up, Sissy Compton from Great Britain. Compton from Portsmouth and Morzine. Portsmouth in the UK, Morzine in France, very international. Currently studying property at university. A real leading light for the junior GB team. Putting in some lovely turns in the upper part of the course. Now into 360, carrying plenty of speed. And Sissy Compton well into the middle skate. Just 19 years old, already showing her dominance. Sissy Compton nice and low on the flats, trying to carry as much speed as possible. Nice rounded turns. Grasping her knees, no doubt trying to save a little bit of juice for the last part of this classic. Sissy Compton going for the line for Great Britain. Pushing hard, and a very respectable 6th position. Being helped in the finish there by her teammate Jasmine Taylor, one of the young Norwegians. Lovely skiing here, really low. You don't want to be smashing those gates out the way. And our final runner for the ladies Junior World Championship Classic, Elizabeth Zivera. Excuse my pronunciation. Also known as Zaza. Currently training in Les Houches. Competed in her first World Cup in Le Contamine this season, I understand. Making some nice turns in the upper section of the course. Very smooth from edge to edge. And a good 360. Great aerial shot just coming out there. Now well into the bottom section of this course for the USA. Picking up a few penalty seconds. And a little bit off the pace at the intermediate time. As I said before, this really is where the race is won or lost. So important, keep the head up, keep pushing, driving the legs forward. And a 7th position for Elizabeth. Very commendable. And a big fist pump there from Sam Garber, fellow USA teammate. And there we have it. That concludes the Junior World Championship Classic, which was rescheduled after the difficult conditions in Krvavec in Slovenia. Provisional results only at the moment, but currently running in the top spot, taking the gold medal, Maria Berge from Norway, followed by fellow Norwegian Kaja Hasvik, and then bronze medal position, Camille Bonbon from France. Really exciting Junior World Championship Classic for the ladies. And in just a moment, we'll be getting the men's race, or the boys' race, I should say, underway.
Grosse Träume brauchen ein bisschen Support.
Es braucht gute Serviceleute, Vorbilder und einen Fanclub. Aber es braucht auch kein Rezept. Und Tüpfelscheisser, um die entscheidenden Hundertstel rauszufahren. Manchmal braucht es Überredungskünstlerinnen. Leute, die mit einer guten Einstellung an die Sache gehen und Sättig, die einen motivieren. Damit es läuft und läuft, braucht es eine gute Verbindung untereinander. Ein Technologiepartner, der alles gibt fürs Team. Und jemand, der dir sagt, go, go, go!
And welcome back for the Junior World Championship Classic here in Mürren, Switzerland. The Junior World Championships took place in Slovenia in Krvavec just a couple of weeks ago, but conditions made racing very difficult, so the organisers took the decision to put on the Junior World Championship Classic here today. Getting the racing underway, we'll have two Frenchmen. First off, Melvin Ray to get the racing underway. Quick recap for the program this week. Today we had the World Championship Classic, and tomorrow we will have the World Championship Sprint, and Thursday will be the parallel sprint, Friday a rest day, Saturday we'll conclude with the parallel sprint. But now on your screen, bib number 31, Melvin Ray from France, getting the Junior World Championship Classic underway. Ray, 21 years old, his last year racing as a junior from Pralu. Pralu has a good number of Telemark skiers and some good racers they've produced over the years. Started racing in 2019 on the World Cup in Pralognan-le-Vanoise. And Ray looking for a top spot here today. Melvin Ray carries as much speed as he can into the lower section of the course. Really textbook skiing here. Carrying all the speed into the skate section. No penalty seconds on the clock just yet. making it look like a nice clean run for the Frenchman. And there we have it, Melvin Ray from France, setting a time of 2 minutes 22. No penalty seconds, great clean run there. We see on the jump, big takeoff, clearly making the line straight down into the Telemark position. That'll put Melvin Ray in a good position ahead of the following runners. Next up, bib number 32, Johan Rostolan, also from France. Rostolan, 20 years old, from the Club de Sport Maribel. Took a bronze in the Junior World Championship sprint and a silver in the parallel sprint. Great to see another Maribel skier here on course. Maribel produced some of the finest Telemark races in the world, including the Lau brothers. Famous on the Telemark circuit, now retired. But some real talent coming out of Maribel. And straight into the finish now. He's got a margin over fellow countryman Melvin Ray. Is it enough to take the top spot? I suspect it will be. Very, very fast run indeed, but picking up 2 seconds of penalties, even with the 2 second penalties, he's still in the top position. Fantastic performance from the Frenchman. Huge jump. There we see him making the line, not quite landing Telemark position, just picking up a point there. Next up, though, from Great Britain, Tim Goff, also known as Timmy amongst his peers. Just 20 years old. Relatively new to the World Cup circuit, joining in 2021. We produced some brilliant top 15 results. Just looking a little bit wobbly, almost falling inside the turn. Approaching the 360, plenty of speed though. Tim trains in Les Houches alongside a lot of the other Brits. Powerful skater, very tall guy, long levers. Finished in 23rd overall in the World Cup standings for Classic. Looking for a top spot here today. The Junior World Champs. Tim Goff, very energetic in the lower section of the course there. Just over 7.5 seconds off the pace, picking up 1 penalty second. Is that going to be enough for a medal today? And a good skate. Tim pushing for the line. Into 3rd position for the time being. Fine performance from the young Brit. Just tucking in those lower gates there on the flat, trying to carry as much speed as he can. Next up though, bib number 34, our only Austrian competitor here today, Maximilian Walcher, 18 years old. Finished up 20th in the overall World Cup standings in the Classic. Relatively new to the World Cup circuit, joining in 2022, racing Les Houches, just coming out of a racing line there into the softer stuff. It's going to knock a bit of speed off. Very fast 360. Maximilian now heading into the steep section. 3/4 of the way through the course. Picking up a penalty second on the jump, not landing in the Telemark position. Still very respectable. There we have it, just past the intermediate time, a little bit off the mark there, and picking up some penalty seconds in the gates as well. It's going to hurt his time. I'm not entirely sure it's going to be enough for a medal today. And coming in 4th position so far, just over 11.5 seconds off the pace. Still a very commendable run indeed. Next up, bib number 35 from Sweden, Alvin Noxon. Alvin Noxon very low, smooth in these early turns. Almost a hand down the snow. Big jump, lovely landing. Oh, just getting caught up again. What a shame. We've had a few other falls exactly the same spot, just struggling to make that blue gate, but good to see he having a good go at it and carrying on the race. Good to get a Junior World Championship finish under his belt. Just 18 years old. Known to his contemporaries as Alvin Balvin, I'm told. Great to see Alvin Balvin carrying on the race. Of course, he'll still have a shot at the Senior World Championship sprint tomorrow, and the parallel and the team event as well. Very tall skier indeed. Lots of encouragement from fellow Swedes here. And skiing into 5th position. Clearly frustrated after his tumble. See in the replay there, just getting caught on the inside edge, going down into the soft stuff, missing the blue gate, but great to see these young guys hiking back up, get around. Next up, very exciting young skier from France, Alexis Page, bib number 36. Alexis Page from the ski club Morzine Avoriaz took 3 silvers in the 3 World Cup silvers, took the World Championship sprint and parallel sprint. One of the top young French guys coming through. No doubt Alexis will be looking for a medal today. We've already got 2 French at the top of the table. Let's see if they can make it a 1, 2, 3. Carrying good speed into the... And there we have it. A good lead from Alexis Page. At the intermediate time going into skate, just looking a little bit wobbly coming around the corner, but a brilliant run so far for the Frenchman. Can they make it the 1, 2, 3? Yes, they can. And a good margin, almost a second for Alexis Page of France. Very impressive performance. I have a feeling he'll be a tough man to beat. Huge jump, but carried the speed through. Three more runners left. First of them, bib number 37, from France, Zayan Puku. Just 18 years old, from the ski club Samoa. Joined the World Cup circuit at Passy in 2021. Not a huge amount of World Cup racing experience, but a great club to be part of. Samoa's produced some great races over the years, including the great Argeline Tambuke, who we saw racing this morning. And Zia well into the course now, going into the third quarter, into the steeps. Picking up some penalties on the jump there, going to hurt his time. 3 penalties for 3-second penalty of not making the line. The French really are showing their dominance in this race today, with Lexi Page taking the top spot. And unfortunately, the Frenchman didn't finish that run. A real shame coming out of the course. Next up, though, bib number 38, penultimate runner, Emil Tobias Langasby from Norway. Again, please excuse my pronunciation. By storming the top part of this course. Just 20 years old, from Oslo. Very classic Norwegian style. Very powerful skier. No doubt Bai will be looking for a top spot here today, maybe even a medal. He fell short of the medal table in the sprint and the parallel sprint. Could he be in the running today alongside the French? Bai picking up 3-second penalty on the jump. Bai on our screen now for Norway. Coming into the final section of this course. Gliding through the flats, approaching the intermediate. Unfortunately, some way off the pace. Something must have gone drastically wrong higher up, just out of camera shot for Bai. Unfortunately, that's going to put him out of contention for a medal today. Still great experience and a strong effort coming into the finish. Finishing in a provisional 7th position for Emil. And our final runner of this Junior World Championship Classic and of the day, Timo Wulscher from Switzerland, home nation, bib number 39. 18 years old, joined the World Cup this year in January. Finished 35th overall in the classic standings. Could this be the next Bastien Dayer, the next Nicolas Michel? Some real talent coming through the Swiss system. Timo from Switzerland, 3/4 away through the course. I see him now just on the flats. Lost runner here today. See the snow just deteriorating somewhat. Very difficult going at the back of the field. Thankfully, we've got a brilliant course team here in Mürren who've been maintaining the course. Plenty of slip teams clearing the loose snow. Timo Wulzer from Switzerland crossing the line, 7th position. And ladies and gentlemen, that concludes the Junior World Championship Classic for the men, with the French dominating the race, with Alexis Page in the top spot, followed by Johan Rostelan, also from France, and Melvin Ray taking the bronze medal for France. You should see the unofficial results on the screen now. Very unlucky for Timmy from Great Britain, just coming in 4th position, being pipped by the French. Another great start to racing here in Mürren for the World Championships. So we'll be back tomorrow for the sprint. Thank you very much for joining us today, and we hope to have your company again tomorrow and for the remainder of the World Championships. Thank you and goodbye.
Grosse Träume brauchen ein bisschen Support.
Es braucht gute Serviceleute, Vorbilder und einen Fanclub. Aber es braucht auch kein Rezept. Und Tüpfelscheisser, um die entscheidenden Hundertstel rauszufahren. Manchmal braucht es Überredungskünstlerinnen. Leute, die mit einer guten Einstellung an die Sache gehen und Sättig, die einen motivieren. Damit es läuft, braucht es eine gute Verbindung untereinander. Ein Technologiepartner, der alles gibt fürs Team. Und jemand, der dir sagt, go, go, go!